Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have built a new base because as the previous videos, I think it was the build showcase number 2 video. My friends were complaining, or one of them were complaining about the location of the PAL box and everything was a little bit of a hassle to get near everything. So I tried to put the PAL box a little bit closer to everything that you would need, even though there are some things that hasn't gone quite right. But yeah, you can see from here, this is the base that I built. I built two bases. This is the main base where we operate and have our workbenches and everything. On the other base, I originally had my base here at the beginning of this region, so Plateau of Beginnings. I removed that, and I had originally a base over here next to the Syndicate Tower. I removed that as well. That was the Love Hotel where we had a tower stack just like this one, which is also a Love Hotel for breeding facilities. I removed that, so our new base is now here on -361, -115 location, and our cake making farm is over here, which is -65 and -324. We still have our mining base, which is right over here. For you who don't know, 189, -38. It's a very popular place because it has both ores, copper ores, and coal at the same location. So great farming place. But yeah, this is where I made my base. You can have a quick look at the surroundings. You have the two islands over there, which is also great places to build. And over here and over there you have on the southwest region, you have the volcano area where you have your Astegons. I think jet dragons as well over there. I haven't gone there yet. Snow biome there on the northeast. So this is our base. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I do like building it in kind of a square shape, making everything a little bit structured. So this whole building right here that you see in front of us, the tallest building, this is still a breeding facility. I did adjust the way how I put the floors and the stairs, because as you can see, when you place down your PAL box, it comes into a blue circle, not a square. So there's a parts about there that's cut off, and if your breeding building is like 60% within the circle and 40% outside, when your PAL starts roaming and it crosses that blue circle outside, they will start breeding and they just stay there like they have dementia or something. So I had to make sure that the breeding building was inside the circle completely, and this little section here where you see the blue circle here cut off, I decided to turn that into our stairs. This building over here has most of our stuff, our mining and wood lumbering down there in the first floor. On the second floor we have all of our assembly lines. I'm thinking about moving the workbenches there as well. Well, I'll show you. I decided to cover the entire wall over here because I think this is where the raiders will come. Though I have to say, I've placed this wall here and not once have I ever been raided. So ever since I placed that PAL box down, I haven't been raided ever. Not once, so that's kinda interesting. But I built an extra defensive wall here just in case, because you'll always have those roaming pals. Surrounded the whole base with just walls. A little slope here so you can glide your way faster. As you can see, give it a little circle like this. This building has some farming included, some lumbering and mining, breeding, assembly lines, so it's a little bit of everything. Though it does not do everything, I have to say. Alright, I will give you a little tour. Again, I haven't even started with decoration. I did put some plants and benches here and there, but I still don't know how I want to decorate this room over here. Maybe I'll leave it like that, I'm not sure. But yeah, here you can have our stairs. So if you go through the entrance through the gate here, we have our stairs here. And each 3 floor wall high, you will find yourself with a breeding building. And the egg incubators over here. Again, I'm playing on a dedicated server, so we did adjust the settings so that we don't have to wait that long for the incubator. That's why we only have one. It saves us time, especially if you have work and everything. But that's our breeding facility here. And again, as you go out each time with 3 walls up high, or 3 floors up high, you will encounter this. I made sure to get a V shape. You're going to notice that a lot of my entrances always has these half walls corners here. And I tend to have that because apparently, which is a fun fact for you guys, if you have this, like build it like this, The pals does not see this as a exit. They see this as a closed building, so they will not walk out. So if you want to make sure your pals are doing the work and you close them into a cell, if you incorporate these two, you will have an exit in and out. You don't have to open the door each time, and your pals will not go out. So though there is some bugs and glitches that pals tends to walk through the walls, but usually most of the time, at least for this one, for the breeding, they will not walk out. They will just stay here, which is really handy. And also as a way of exit, so you don't want to go down the stairs all the time to get out. You just want to jump out the quickest route. So I made these shapes, so these exits, so that my friends can just jump out. Here we have a new addition, because I thought of turning this into a floor. I will keep this here closed, but you can enter to the next building over here. So if we go through this building over here, this whole building is basically your farming slash medicine slash pallium fragments and fiber making. So I'll explain. So we just came from the, yeah, I guess my friends calls it a love hotel, so I'll just stick with it. We came from the love hotel. We jumped out here. This is one of the floors, or decks, I guess you could say. I built some beds for our pals. A little door over here just so I can sleep here as well. I still need to make a few more beds for my friends. I don't know where I'm going to place them. We will see. So as I go downstairs, we will get onto the next floor over here. This place is where I just keep two important things, or three. The medicine, the two crushers. So I decided to make the flour at the cake making farm. So I did not build windmill in the main base. I did build crushers. And what I did was that on the ground floor is where I keep my berry farms, just so that we have a nice supply of berries, so I can keep my pals fed through the trough. And I'm planning on putting another hot spring here, because just one here doesn't look that nice. But I have a hot spring here in case they need them. They have food over here, and they do not need to be there does not need to be a bed next to them per se, as long as you have the total amount of beds equaling the total amount of pals in your base. You will still get the rested bonus buff, so don't worry about that. You can place the beds anywhere as long as it's within the base. So the first floor is berry farm. I do with 2 Lylines and 2 Serpent. I tried to use Azurobi, but she tends to get stuck really quickly. Maybe she's a bit too big, but Serpent tends to be very great. They're level 2 watering, they're level 3, but if you get an artisan and serious and breed the right skills, I think it'll work out really well. This one has just runner, but the good thing about a Serpent is they're level 2 and they can just get by and go up and down with these kind of one square space. They don't get stuck. So as you imagine, all they do is watering here, but when they're done watering, what they can do is go back upstairs and make me pallium fragments. Because I want to try to make things, I want to get the most productivity that I can think of. I'm not the best in that, but I try. So when they're done watering, they can go upstairs and use the same water skills that's required to operate the crushers. That's why I keep 2 here on the side in case I need a lot of pallium fragments or fiber. As you can see, it's been making a decent amount. I keep the medicine bench here because, again, I have 2 Lylines down there. They're very good with medicine level 3. So if I need to make medicine, though they do not seem to roam. I don't know if it's a little bug, but because there's enough space for them to roam and go upstairs, but I haven't seen them really walk around. Let me see. Well, they seem to be walking now, but they tend to get stuck a lot. But anyways, if I need to make medicine, I will just grab one here and bring him up here and make her do medicine. So I keep everything close by with a storage chest here. So as we go here, I don't know what to call this place. I don't know, I guess I call him the center. This is where I have my pal box. And as you can see, everything is closed off. As I told you already, these walls here, if you have it like this, the pals will think that it's a closed off section and they will not go out or in. So if I have a bunch of pals that I want to summon, because sometimes it's a hassle where you summon a pal and they start immediately doing a task and they would run away and you can't even pick them up. So I have it like this so that I can actually grab them and do whatever that I want to do with them. So if we go here, we came from the place of the farming area. It's adjacent to the breeding facility, the Love Hotel. Underneath it, right here, is where I keep all of the workbenches. As you can see, it's all closed off. So if I put a Anubis, holy crap! I forgot his name. Anubis. Sorry, I forgot his name. When I put Anubis here, he will only focus on one task and will not go pursuing the dreams, hopes and dreams that is mining. And I have 2 hot springs here and a power of statue. Again, just a little kind of fence using the workbenches for a view. And this is the room I have where I sleep on the other side. But these are the workbenches. I was thinking of putting that over there, but we'll see. And it's connected to, again, all of the breeding facilities over there. If we go to this side, this is where I keep all of my assembly lines. Though I have to say, I don't like the design of the roof and everything. I'm not sure how to make it look nice. I'll have to check, because I cannot use those half walls that I have here to cover those gaps there, and it bothers me. But you know, we'll see what we'll do here. I'll have to probably adjust the roof somehow. But anyways, this is my production assembly line. I think this is the 2 productions. We have 1 sphere assembly line, and I need 1 more level and I can unlock the tier 2 weapon assembly line, so I'll put it over here as well. I don't think I need 3 beds. I don't think I need that many Anubises. I'm thinking of putting that hot spring on that side and putting a bed here, so I can fit another assembly line over here. Because I usually only have 1 Anubis in the PAL box doing this, and my Anubis that I have in my party, I'll just summon it to do some work here, so we'll have 2 Anubis anyways. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing it here. Again, make sure you have all of these things built. On the other section, you have the cauldron, the helmet, the stump and axe, the silo. They boost the efficiency of whatever it is that they're meant to. For example, watering or handiwork or planting or gathering. They boost the efficiency. So I do recommend you. And you only have to build it once and have it inside your base. It doesn't have to be nearby. So that's really nice. So now we're going downstairs. This is like the downstairs back to the ground floor. As you can see, I have to do what I can with what I've been given. So the circle is only reaching here. So I decided to put 3 kitchens. I just decorated whatever. But what I do is, instead of having a Yormantide, sometimes I do for this one maybe. But I tend to have mostly 2 or 3 Phalaris here when I need to make cake. Because they don't get stuck. They're level 3. Yormantide is better. But I feel like the Yormantide gets stuck really quickly unless you have a really big open space like this. So I would say that so far I haven't had any issues with the Yormantide. So I tend to have 1 Yormantide and 1 Phalaris, or maybe 2. And I tend to leave gaps in between each kitchen because you don't want them to get stuck. They're pretty big animals. But yeah, they make my cakes here. Because I realized I didn't have enough pals. This is dedicated servers, and as you know, even though we pumped the pal box to 20 so that you can have 20 pals inside, it doesn't really register that. It only works in single player, so the max cap for the pals inside a base is only 15. So I decided to move the cake making in my main base and the cake ingredients that we need to produce it into the other base. So we have 3 kitchens here. I didn't feel like we needed a ranch because, again, we can do all of that on the other base that we need. I'll explain that more in detail later. We have 1 quality tier 2 hot spring here, 2 big beds, a feeding trough, another bed here. As this works, as long as it's within the circle, it works. At least that's what I've seen. We have a grist bowl charging up our power capacity, or power, whatever you call that thing, power generator. Though I would probably add more of these power lines so we don't need to constantly always have a grist bolt. So I could think of doing that. That way we have 1 slot extra for pals. Anyways, if you go down here, we have our fillers. As you can see, they're idle right now because I haven't been making cake. They're already done. I do keep my blend. I call it a blender. It's a condensator, or whatever you call this, but I call it a blender. I keep it here. It's pretty huge. Maybe I could have found a way to fit them close to the PAL box, because you know you do interact with the PAL box in this often. So I haven't thought about it yet, but I keep it here for now. As you can see, the center, it's light up even though you don't see any light. That's because in these windows over here, I built like this tower, and inside they have a campfire. Oh, what the hell? There's no campfire here. Oh, I guess I changed it. Huh, I guess I changed it. Well, I'll show you one here. This is what I mean. I have like these 3-story high, and each window has a campfire. What's good about this is that they never go off. They never run out. So you don't have to always come back and turn it on like you would with a torch. So you can just have them there and they will forever stay lighting. And you use them as a form of light. So you don't have to use more electricity than needed. And you can just use this instead. That saves you a lot of electricity. This section is right above the assembly lines that we had. So underneath the assembly lines, we do have the pals, though I don't know if Phalaris is chilling here. I have a Fanglope just doing the wood, and I have an Astagon doing the mining, but I guess he wants to mine the tier 2 hot spring. I do have two tier 2 hot springs. I have 2 beds here. It's a little cramped, so I have the door open in case they want to roam. And if you want them to only focus on one task, you can always close the door so that they will focus on this one task. Though, just so you know, there is an issue. Be careful how you place these defensive walls, because if you don't place them right, like I did, I mean, it looks good, but maybe there's a little gap that I've missed somewhere, or it's not perfectly lined up, and that means that Fanglopes and Astagon tends to go through the walls. I don't know if that's an issue on my part because I haven't lined it up, or it's just a bug with defensive walls. So do be careful if you have an Astagon. They definitely go through the walls if they want to do something else. So if you're building handiwork over there, they will glitch through the wall and get to you, but they will also glitch through the wall to come back. So I haven't seen an issue with it. I have a feeding trough here, has enough berries. So yeah, I have my little mining cards, those things that boost efficiency. Sorry, let me clear my throat. A little bit sick still, but yeah, so that's what we have over there. That's the gate over there. Again, there's nothing over here. I'm not sure what I want to do on the sides of the walls yet, or just leave it like how it is. This little gap is open, but that's because you can glide down. As you know, if you sprint and crouch and then double jump with the glider, you will get much further ahead. It's a really cool method that you can use to travel. So over here I have my storage, though again I could have figured out a way to put the storage more closer to the PAL box, so you don't have to travel the distance to go down all the time. But you know, it is what it is. I'm fine with how it is, so I just leave it down here. Here I have my storages. What would have been nice is to have like signs so I can label each of them so I know what is inside. So I can use the sign, but the issue with the sign is the hitbox just doesn't make sense. Like, I should be able to place this, or if I could place it up here, or a sign that sticks to the closet would have been nice. But you know, some things maybe they'll add it to in the next patch. We'll see. But yeah, this is my base. That's basically how my base looks like. I think I've covered everything that I could cover. Yeah. Again, as you can see, all of my entrances have these V shape, because pals will not come in and out, and you don't have to constantly open the door. So if you have to pick up a pal to put them in a specific place, you don't have to drop them, open the door, and then pick them up, and then go to the other side, and then drop them, and close the door. You don't have to go through that hassle. You can just pick them and just go through these entrances, no problem. Okay, so this is the first space. Yeah, I hope this gave you guys some kitchen. This is where I keep the kitchen for the food. I have a fridge, a penguin to keep my fridge cold, even though he sleeps at night. So I wonder if I can find a pal that does not sleep, so he can keep this cold forever. I do keep the feeding trough next to him because he's hungry. Again, you don't need a bed or a hot spring next to this little guy, because I've never seen small pals ever use them. I've never really seen that, and they don't seem to need it as well. So just the feeding trough is enough. in their direct vicinity. I have a cooking here in case I need to make some small things. Okay, this is all I have. Yeah, hope it gives you guys some ideas. Again, it's a little bit dark. I could light other things, but you know, as you unlock the, where is it? As you unlock the hip lantern right here, you don't really need that much light. Only light in specific areas if you wanted to, so it saves you electricity, so you don't consume it too much. But yeah, I haven't needed lights in, so we're fine with how it is. Oh, I didn't show you the last floor. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted. Like, I didn't want the buildings to look so blocky, so I did something different with this one in a diamond-shaped gap. Um, some roofs like this sticking out. Make it look, give it some kind of personality. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I want to do in this last floor. Maybe I'll just use it to decorate, just purely just to decorate stuff. Furniture's here. We'll see. I haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, that's pretty much my base. I hope it gives you guys some ideas, some inspiration on how you want to build yours. In the next video, which I will probably upload right after this one, I'll show you real quick my farming base. It's not the most efficient OP, but it helps gives you some ideas on what you can do with your base if you want to make a cake farm. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.